The familiar comfort of Walmart's low prices is fading, replaced by a new anxiety at the checkout. For decades, Walmart was the place where families could count on stretching every dollar, a symbol of affordability and stability in uncertain times. But now, that sense of security is slipping away, replaced by a growing unease as shoppers approach the register. Shoppers everywhere are stunned as receipts climb higher than ever before. Each trip to the store brings a new wave of sticker shock, as totals at the bottom of the receipt seem to jump with every visit. Essentials like bikes, towels, and kitchen appliances now force tough choices. What was once a routine purchase now requires careful consideration and sometimes painful sacrifices. Families who once stretched their budgets at Walmart are finding it harder to make ends meet. The weekly shopping trip has become a test of endurance as parents juggle lists, coupons, and limited funds. This isn't the slow inflation of the past, it's a sudden, sharp shock. Prices seem to leap overnight, catching even the most careful shoppers off guard. The promise of everyday low prices is being tested, and for millions it's a daily struggle. The gap between expectation and reality grows wider with every shopping trip. Shopping trips have become stressful calculations. What can we afford? What must we cut? Every item placed in the cart is weighed against the family's needs and the harsh reality of the new prices. The price on the shelf is now a source of worry, a reminder that the ground is shifting. Even the most basic items can feel out of reach, and the uncertainty is palpable. News headlines echo what shoppers already know. Prices are surging, and it's not just one store. The rising cost of living is a national conversation, but it's felt most acutely in the aisles of America's largest retailer. This is a nationwide phenomenon, centered at the retailer Americans trusted most. Walmart's parking lots, once bustling with optimism, now see families leaving with fewer bags and heavier hearts. The story of rising costs at Walmart is now the story of a new economic pressure on families. It's a challenge that follows them home, shaping dinner tables and family budgets. It's forcing difficult conversations about what things truly cost. Parents and children alike are learning to make do with less and to question every purchase. For many, the checkout counter has become a battleground for their family's financial security. Each beep of the scanner is a reminder of the tough choices ahead. The shock is real and it's changing the way Americans shop and live. As prices continue to rise, the simple act of buying groceries has become a source of stress, reshaping daily life for millions across the country. To truly understand why prices at Walmart have been climbing, we need to look far beyond the store shelves and checkout lanes. The answer lies in the complex world of global politics and international trade, where decisions made thousands of miles away ripple into our everyday lives. These price increases aren't just random fluctuations or the result of simple supply and demand, they're directly tied to tariffs, essentially taxes, imposed on Chinese imports during the Trump administration. A move that dramatically changed the cost structure for many American retailers. Tariffs are extra charges placed on goods entering the U.S. from abroad. For a company like Walmart, which sources a significant portion of its inventory from China, these tariffs meant that the cost of doing business suddenly shot up. Initially, many companies tried to shield customers from these new expenses, absorbing the extra costs themselves in hopes that the trade dispute would be resolved quickly and normalcy would return. But as the months dragged on and tariffs remained in place, those added costs became too large to hide. Retailers had no choice but to pass them on to shoppers. The result? Higher prices on a wide range of everyday items, from bicycles and toys to vacuum cleaners and small appliances, precisely the types of products most affected by these tariffs. What started as a political strategy to pressure foreign governments has now become a very real financial burden for millions of American families, showing up in their monthly budgets and grocery receipts. Experts and analysts warned this would happen. Despite political rhetoric, tariffs are paid by the importers, American companies, not by foreign governments, and those costs inevitably trickle down to consumers. Eventually, all those extra expenses show up where it matters most, on the consumer's receipt, making everyday shopping more expensive for everyone. What was once called a quiet tax is now impossible to ignore. It's loud and clear every time you check out at the register. The shadow of these trade policies now stretches across every Walmart aisle, touching nearly every product and every shopper. Even years after these tariffs were first introduced, American families are still feeling the impact, forced to make tough choices and stretch their dollars further than before. This isn't just a partisan talking point or a political debate, It's an economic reality that affects households across the country, regardless of background or beliefs. The impact of tariffs is now woven into every shopping trip, felt in every cart, and seen in every total. For millions, the lingering shadow of tariffs is a daily part of life. What's a tariff? You might have heard the word on the news or seen it in headlines, but what does it actually mean for you as a shopper? Let's break it down with a simple example. Imagine Walmart wants to stock up on bikes, so they buy a $100 bike from a manufacturer in China. But before that bike can reach the store, the US government adds a 25% tariff. That means Walmart has to pay an extra $25 to the government just to bring the bike into the country. Now the cost of that bike jumps to $125 before it even hits the sales floor. This extra cost doesn't just disappear, it has to be covered somehow. Walmart faces a choice: either absorb the extra cost themselves, which can hurt their profits, or pass it on to shoppers by raising the price. Most of the time, the price goes up for customers. So, what used to be a $150 bike might now cost $175 or even more, making it harder for families to afford. The original idea behind tariffs was to make imported goods, like those from China, more expensive. This was supposed to encourage shoppers to buy American-made products instead, supporting local businesses and jobs. But here's the catch: if there aren't enough US-made alternatives, shoppers don't have much choice. They just end up paying more for the same products, or sometimes face empty shelves. Tariffs don't just affect bikes, they hit a huge range of everyday items. Everything from toys and kitchen appliances to towels and even some groceries. Almost anything imported can be affected. Think of tariffs as a hidden sales tax at the border. It's built right into the price of the products you buy, but you won't see a separate line for it. When you check your receipt, you won't see the word tariff anywhere. All you notice is that your total is higher than before. That's why tariffs are often called a quiet tax. They sneak into your shopping bill without you even realizing it. For millions of Walmart shoppers, global trade policies and tariffs now mean that everyday essentials, from household goods to groceries, cost more than they used to. The impact of tariffs is everywhere, touching almost every aisle and every shopper, but the reason behind those higher prices often remains invisible. In the end, tariffs have quietly raised the cost of living for millions of Americans, making it just a little harder to stretch every dollar. Behind the numbers are real people, families who rely on Walmart as a lifeline. For low-income households, even a few extra dollars on shoes or cereal can mean going without. A single mom on minimum wage faces impossible choices: less food or no new jacket for her child. Middle-income families feel the squeeze too, postponing vacations or appliance upgrades. The rising costs force everyone to rethink what's a need and what's a luxury. The stress isn't just financial, it's emotional, eroding confidence and trust. People work hard, but feel like they're falling behind as prices rise on basics. The sense of security Walmart once offered is slipping away. Quiet sacrifices are made in homes across the country. The human cost of tariffs is measured in lost opportunities and growing anxiety. Walmart's business is built on low prices, powered by a global supply chain. When tariffs hit, Walmart tried to shield shoppers by absorbing costs and pressuring suppliers. But as tariffs persisted, the financial strain became too great, even for a giant like Walmart. Profit margins shrank, and the company warned that higher prices were inevitable. Walmart scrambled to find new suppliers outside China, but shifting supply chains is slow and complex. Despite their efforts, the company couldn't fully escape the impact. Eventually, the costs landed where they always do: on the customer. The price hikes you see today are the result of this long, losing battle. Even the world's largest retailer couldn't hold back the tide of tariffs. It's proof that no company is immune to global economic forces. Walmart's price hikes don't just affect its own shoppers, they ripple across the entire economy. As the industry leader, when Walmart raises prices, competitors follow. Suddenly, higher costs show up at Target, Best Buy, and local stores too. The result, a broad increase in the cost of living, not just at Walmart, but everywhere. The Walmart effect that once kept prices low, now fuels inflation. The impact spreads through supply chains, trucking, and small businesses. Economic uncertainty makes it harder for everyone to plan and invest. For consumers, it means their dollar buys less, everywhere. The real-world impact is a heavier burden on every household budget. What started as a trade policy now affects every American's wallet. For most families, the economy is personal. It's the struggle to balance the budget at home. Tariff-driven price hikes at Walmart have made every purchase a tough decision. Parents debate, Generic medicine or name brand? New shoes now or wait? The joy of shopping for a birthday or holiday is now tinged with anxiety. For low-income and fixed-income families, there's little room for trade-offs. A price jump on food or medicine can mean skipping meals or doses. Resourcefulness is now a necessity, not a choice. People hunt for deals, use more coupons, and delay purchases. These daily sacrifices reveal the hidden cost of trade policy. The agony of tough choices is now a fact of life for millions. Walmart's leadership didn't hide the impact of tariffs. They sounded the alarm. Executives warned that higher costs would be passed to customers. Financial filings listed tariffs as a major risk with billions in potential costs. The message was clear. These aren't costs paid by China, but by American families. Employees felt the strain too, fielding questions from frustrated shoppers and seeing higher prices in their own carts. The company's public admissions confirmed what economists predicted. Tariffs mean higher prices for everyone. The world's most efficient retailer couldn't absorb the hit. The financial burden landed squarely on the American consumer. This was a fundamental shift in the cost of goods nationwide. The quiet tax had become impossible to ignore. The story of tariffs at Walmart is the story of a quiet tax, one that drains wallets without ever appearing on a bill. Every purchase, from shoes to toasters, now costs more, eroding families' purchasing power. The American dream, working hard for a better life, feels further out of reach. Rising prices on basics are a daily reminder that the path to security is steeper. Tariffs have changed shopping habits, strained budgets, and taught a hard lesson about global trade. Economic policies made in Washington have real, lasting consequences at home. The quiet tax has forced Americans to be more cautious, less hopeful. Higher prices are now the new normal, reshaping expectations for the future. The aisles of Walmart have become a classroom, teaching the true cost of things. The American dream is being rewritten, one receipt at a time.